What's up, everybody? Haven't done a video like this in a while, but basically it's the top 10 PS2 games that I own that I think are the best. These aren't the best PS2 games. I haven't played every PS2 game to let you guys know, but these are just the ones I like the best that I own and that I've played. So let's get it started before time runs out. First one is Contra Shattered Soldier. Now, everybody knows what Contra is. I don't gotta say anything. You guys know. If you don't like Contra, you don't like video games. That's just simple as that, dude. You're a dick face. Get out of here. But Contra, man. The reason why I like this one so much is because it's like true to like the old school ones. You know, the side scrollers, and it brought the whole formula of like it being all hard and all that. And it's simple too, man. It's not this 3D bullshit that they brought out. They had a lot of 3D stuff going on, which I didn't like. The Neo Contra and some other ones for PS1. But this one stayed true and it stayed side-scrolling and it's hard as hell. So, really like this one. Next game is Sly Cooper and the Thieves Raccoonus. Just the first one. I beat this one and I tried to play the second one. But the second one got gay. It got so whack. Like, this one is pretty linear, so you know, you just go your path and you beat enemies, you find stuff. It's simple, you know, it's straightforward, fun game. Part 2, they made it so you can start wandering around. I hate wandering. Who the fuck started the whole thing of wandering in video games? How is that fun? Figuring out what you have to do for 2 hours. Going around talking to people. That just, you know, instead of testing me and judging me on my skills of whether I can figure out how to figure out what to do next, test me on my skills of whether I can defeat an enemy. Put a path, put some bad guys in it, and let me go at it. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you gotta wander around, all this 3D bullshit, whack. But this game's good, man. Old school action type of game. You know, cell shaded, and I wish more action games were like this nowadays, but they're not. But this is one of the few, and I really like it. Next game, I don't even gotta tell you guys. God of War. Everybody knows what God of War is. This is kind of like the new school type of beat 'em ups. I really like the combo systems, the enemies, how hard it is, the gameplay, everything, man. The power ups. I really love the story. The thing about it, you know, it is a mature title, so it does have nudity and blood. I don't mind the blood, but when it comes to nudity, man, I'm not down with that shit in video games. I'm not down with porns at all, so, you know, it kind of sucks that they try to, you know, incorporate all that type of shit in video games, which I hate. They just try too hard, man, but overall this game is good. I do have part 2. I beat it, but I picked one of them, and it had to be part 1, so this is definitely it. Next game is a weird title I'm sure not too many people have heard of, and that is Rez, the Sega title. Basically, you're this figure, and you're like kind of like in this 3D environment world flying around, and you basically shoot ships, blocks. I don't even know how to describe it, man, but as you're shooting them, like techno beats come up. So the faster you shoot, the faster the song ends up being, and it's so different. It's unique and it's innovative, man, and it was actually one of the rare PS2 games. It's not as rare as it used to be because I guess they made like a second production of it. So I was able to get it. I loved it. I had the demo of it and I fell in love with it. And it's one of those rare gems that I really enjoy. So this was tight. Another rare-ass weird game is God Hand. It's by Capcom. Same people that made Beautiful Joe and Okami, Clover Studios. Basically, this game is like one of those new school beat-em-ups. You know, it's like a beat-em-up fighting game and like has a Capcom like combo fighting style. So I mean, if you guys like all that, definitely get this game. It's basically this guy, I don't even remember his name, but he has a god hand and everybody's trying to get it from him, and you know, he's beating the shit out of people. And the thing is, it's a humorous game, so there's basically it's a lot of comedy. It is a mature title because there's cussing, but it's funny because there's a special where you can like kick your enemies in the balls, and you hear like a crowd laughing in the back. It's hilarious, man. This game is so tight, and the front cover is awesome, dude. This like takes me back to like the 90s and the 80s, man. It's a stupid ass front cover, but I love it. I love cheesy shit like that. Next game is Okami. I mentioned it. Once again, Capcom, same people that made Beautiful Joe and God Hand. This game's different as well. This is kind of like an action RPG-ish type of game. I'm not really into RPGs, but this one I really enjoy because it's different. It's more action-based, you know, it's not the whole type of, I don't know, wizards and dragons and bullshit. But basically you're this dog, and a cool thing about the game is you get this paintbrush, and it's like a unique technique that you got that you can like break walls with it and help your character out if you get stuck. The one thing cool about this game is pretty much the artwork. It's like old school Japanese style, and it's like really detailed. So that's what, you know, makes this game stand out among, you know, the rest of them. But definitely check this game out. It is kind of slow in the beginning, a lot of text, you can't skip it. But if you can get through all that, the game is awesome, man. If you're just, you know, willing to sit down and actually play a game for a while, this is definitely one to get. Next game is Bully. I love this game, man. It's just like GTA 3 from the same people, but it incorporates a lot of stuff, man. There's like side missions, there's like racing type of games, there's boxing, dodgeball, fighting, everything. And you're this kid that gets sent to a boarding school, and he's trying to gain respect to people. He goes to class. You can like throw dorks in lockers. It's just funny. It's just a good game, man. If you like that whole GTA 3 type of gameplay, that's definitely it. Right there. Next game is Guitaro Man. I love Guitaro Man, dude. First time I ever played this game, I had a demo of it, and they had one level of it on the demo, and I fell in love with it. It's just different. The artwork's tight in the front cover. Yeah, this type of stuff is like type of stuff that Japanese people go gaga over, you know what I'm saying? Basically, it's kind of like a music game. I don't know how to explain it, but there's like a dot in the middle, and like the PS2 like buttons will come down, and you have to hit it exactly at the right time, and like, you know, the music will start playing. It's just hard. It's a good game, man. I got this back on release day, and it ended up being one of the rare titles. So if you find this, man, definitely pick it up. It's really fun and it's different. Next game is Shinobi. Sega once again delivers the goods, because this game is fucking awesome. I love this game since the first time I played it. One thing I liked about it, and the very first thing I ever saw this in a game, was when like you'd slash 5 enemies really quick, and they all stay in one position, and everything would pause, and you just see them all just shatter and fall apart. It's so tight. The game is hard. I mean, it's not too hard. It's not impossible. It's not one of the hardest games. I don't think so. I mean, I got through it, but you know, I do like Shinobi 3 for the Genesis, but this one's definitely up there, man. It is really good, down to the music. You can like run on walls, you can dash forward. It's an awesome action game, man. So if you ever see, and this game's cheap too if you ever find it. So definitely get that one. And my very favorite PS2 game that I own, my first one out of my top 10, it's actually the very first PS2 game I ever bought. I got it on release day, back when I first got my PS2 at Toys R Us, and that is Capcom vs. SNK 2. This ended up being a rare game too. It's not rare, but it's not one of those common ones you usually see. But man, this is an awesome game, just because it's very simple. It's like the old school style of like Street Fighter. You know, Marvel vs. Capcom, you know, you got the specials where all 3 people can come out, or you can hit like a button and then your character will come out for a second and do stuff. You know, I started playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 online, and I found that people are cheap on that game, man. They just keep hitting those buttons, and then you really can't do anything. But this game, you can't do that. This game really tests your skill on whether you know how to fucking play with a character or not. You know, this ain't no button mashing game. But this game has really good characters, man. Incorporates all the really good SNK people. You know what I'm saying? It got Samurai Showdown, King of Fighters, Fatal Fury, Street Fighter. It got Birdie from the first Street Fighter. It got everything, man. This game is legit, dude. I love it. This is probably my favorite game, fighting game for the PS2. I do like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 better just because it's more fast, and I like jumping high and all that stuff, but this is definitely it, dude. So that was my top 10 of PS2 games that I own. I don't know. That's pretty much it, man. I do have a lot more PS2 games, but, you know, these were definitely the picks for me. You know, if you guys have any questions on, you know, you want me to answer anything on video games or whether it be sneakers, let me know, man. I love answering questions. You know, I'll write them down, I'll think them out, and I'll answer them for you. You know, like, what's my favorite type of, I don't know, whatever comes to mind, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's my favorite food? I don't know, bananas. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know, whatever you want me to answer, I'll answer it for you. But once again, guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.